global webinar series on security. Today we have a session on cybersecurity at e-health systems. It's a panel discussion by Professor Dr. Gulsun Kurubacak, Anadolu University, Turkey. She's a moderator. And we have Serap from the Turkey, Neva, and Hakan from the Osmangazi University, Turkey. So, I give a brief introduction about them. Dr. Gulsun Kurubacak is a professor in distance education at the College of Open Education at Anadolu University, Turkey, and the University of Cincinnati, USA, and also has worked as postdoctoral fellow at the College of Education at New Mexico State University, USA. And Dr. Gulsun earned her BS degree in computer engineering from the College of Informatics Technologies and Engineering of Ahmet Isive International Kazakhstan University. She is currently a student at the law program at the College of Open Education, Anadolu University. She has over 35 years of experience in focusing on the egalitarian and ecological aspects of open and distance education, find new answers, viewpoints, and explanations to online communication problems through critical pedagogy. So there is a huge profile of you, madam. I cannot read it. So I kept all the links for the viewers in the website. So we are very honored to you here in our panel discussion. We are happy. And also we have other panelists. Serap graduated from undergraduate program in computer education and instructional technology and a master degree of the same program. Since 2002, she has been working as a lecturer at Distance Education Department of Open Education of Faculty. She works research and development activities and projects in the field such as e-learning, content types, digital storytelling, animation, game-based learning, so on. She has been studying doctorate in distance learning. She was social media coordinator of Anadolu University Open Education System. Now she has been social media coordinator of the university. And then we have Hakan is a senior lecturer at Turkey University. He undertook graduate studies in the field of computer education and instructional technology, CEIT, between the years of 2003-2007 at Anadolu University, Turkey. He earned his master degree in distance education from the university. Currently, he is a PhD student in the Department of Distance Education at Anadolu University. His research interests include blockchain technology, human-computer interaction, mobile learning, and learning management systems. And we have another panelist, Dr. Neva. Her BS degree in field of chemistry at the College of Science and Art of YILDIRIM University. She holds a MS degree in analytical chemistry at the College of Science and Art. She earned her PhD degree in Health Science Institute in the field of analytical chemistry at the College of Pharmacy, Anadolu University in 2016. So we are very happy to all you here in our global webinar. So thank you very much. Thank you all. So over to you, Gulsun, Professor Gulsun.
Thank you. First of all, I would like to thank you for you all for inviting us this lovely meeting. It is very important to us. First of all, why it is important? Because there is a special connection, the India and you people. So we would like to do a lot of collaboration with you and your institutions if it is possible. So also, it is very lovely to talk about the cybersecurity and e-health systems nowadays. As you know, after COVID-19, we learn a lot of things, such as we have to change our lives radically. You know, we have to change our learning styles. We have to learn how to keep with this kind of situation in a healthy ways. So, two things is very important, very important. Cyber security, it is very important. You can basically make your, everything's stolen, or you can lose in the cyber space. and e-health, health issue is important because we have to lock down at the homes doing nearly nothing, we start to lose our health psychologically, physically, and biologically. So it is becoming very important. So how can we provide our people's health at home, at work, at especially pandemic times? We are using cutting edge technologies like blockchains, and how we can provide their security. On the other hand, there's another issue. The human have been becoming robots, as you know. We call them transhuman, and this is the transhumanist area. Whether we like it or don't like it, nobody asks us, but we are becoming robots, and robots becoming humans. So at this time, what is going on? So my group is going to discuss that. First of all, okay. Oops. This is my communication numbers. If you would like to, to make a communication about our topics, please feel free to ask me anytime. You are welcome. Okay. We are calling it COVID-19 based learning. We have to change our lifestyles. Why it is learning is important? Because it is going on everywhere, not just on the classrooms. Classrooms was knocked down right now, so we have to learn everywhere. We have to learn how to keep up with our psychological situations. How can we eat healthy? How can we behave? How can we communicate distance? So there are a lot of things, and at the same time rapidly changing that kind of activities supported by the new technologies. So everything is changing. So in this informal and non-formal learning area, health issue is very important. So like Turkey, if we have a very serious health issue, even you cannot go to the hospital. You don't want to go to the hospital because there are several COVID-based, the issues. So you are scared. One of friend of mine's husband get a heart attack, very light, and he preferred to stay at home. I don't want to go. So that kind of stuff. So we are learning a new issues. So to live very, healthy. As you know, 21st century skills are becoming more important. We talk a lot about that, but now we have to be critical thinkers, problem solvers. We have to learn research skills because we have to learn by ourselves to find the info, true info like that. So we have to, know how to read the media, information, how keep up with our environmental problems like that. But now we are in the transhumanist area, and Serap will talk about that. At the transhumanist area, we have to build ecosystems first. This is very important. Like in Turkey, we can see dolphins in our seas right now. Before we have no that kind of issues, and everywhere getting more green, more the flowers flourishing. So it means as a human we get destroy our ecosystem. So we have to learn that. We have to become lifelong learners. This is very important. We have to learn everything about ourselves and our society. So we have to use different kind of platforms to learn and democratize our learning system, decentralized. And we have to have skills beyond the 21st centuries. This is very important. So each e-health institute structure their interactive strategic decision models, because we have to learn how to develop a new situation by solving the problems, especially in the pandemic times. So we have our risk intelligence. If you would like to get a risk intelligence, first of all, you have a an intelligence. How can it can be developed? You have to read, you have to, write, you have to talk, but very, critically. So each institution and the people, these institutions must have risk intelligence. Let's say before the COVID-19, we have several issues like bird flu, the other stuff, but we never ever think teeny tiny microbe get down all of us and knock down our home, So we must have plans before, but we don't have anything. So we learned we have a risk intelligence before. So before that kind of situation. So each e-health institutions must have risk intelligence plans, risk intelligence, stuff. And also blockchain technologies are very important. Hakan is going to talk about that. Why it is important? Because the internet structures just we have right now cannot support the security issues perfectly for everyone. Maybe the blockchain technologies will be the future, the basic system to provide everything to everyone in a very secure system. So another things, constructing solid ethical and legal leaderships. If we would like to do something in the e-health issues to provide security, we have, ethical and legal backgrounds. So all of things must be, taking off our neuroscience system. So who are the humans? So we have to know each other, each human perfectly. So never going to talk about that. Each institution at the cybersecurity time, e-health institution, provide learning environments to individuals. Not only their, the personals, but their people who get sick at the home or at the hospital. So quality and accreditation issue is very important. It must be very high quality, the situation. So the structure of the institutes must be dynamic. It means they have to, change, be flexible to the new situations. They must increase their productivity, provide ecological environments and sustainable e-health services to everyone. This is a very important issue. So our, I think, basic focus on to prepare our today's people to being transhumans, to protect their health and to solve their problems by utilizing blockchain technologies. This is the most important topic for us today, and we are going to discuss it. Okay. After all, the presentation, you can ask or, give suggestions to us. Now, Serap, could you please?
Hi, again. And I can't. Can you see? Is this okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Hello, Serap. I'm interested in artificial intelligence, digital transformation, technological singularity, and transhumanism. And I want to tell about our future. In the near future, people will need to use smart implants, high-performance protheses, memory-enhancing components, and wearable products to keep pace with the technology, such as biometric wearable products, smartwatch, Google app, or Apple Glass, and technology products that health tracker are an indication of how technology will push the limits and potential of human beings in the future. Especially under the influence of COVID-19, this future will take place much closer than most people think. Instincts such as health concerns, desire to live longer, and desire to stay young trigger people to be constantly to search. This guest is in the frame of technology and health. Transhumanism is not in search of immortality. It's a view that defines the human who has turned into a higher level with health and technological support. Also, it's philosophy that advocates transformation towards a quality, healthy, long-lasting person. Transhumanism is a philosophy in which all possibilities of science and technology are mobilized for a transhuman. The possibilities of science and technology used in transformation process of human beings are discussed under the topics of nanotechnology, biotechnology, communication, and cognitive. And human body and mind are developed by conducting biohacking studies for transhuman. This brings such as ethical and morality concerns, new social regulations, and security-related issues. This study focuses on the need to cyber and digital security for transhuman. Biohacking is a do-it-yourself citizen science that combines body modification with technology. Excuse me. Biohacking is defined as the fact that individuals make human-machine or human-computer interconnection with their own means and resources, integrating small equipment into their bodies. In this field, it is possible to come across more professional studies as well as the works of citizen individuals. For example, in the field of biohacking, a group of independent scientists in California developed a drop containing a chemical called chlorine 6 used in the treatment of night blindness and some type of cancer, obtained from the eyes of fish living in areas where there is no light in the pitch dark, and it has revealed that it can provide this vision. And this study, they injected chlorine E6 molecules in a subject's eyes in a controlled manner and provided a night vision feature for a while. It was determined that the scientist was able to distinguish people and objects in a 50-meter area, thanks to liquid dropped on the retina of biochemistry expert Gabriel Licina, on one of the authors of this research. In another study conducted by the Mayo Clinic, a 68-year-old long-sighted, visually impaired person named Alan Zerrat started to see it again, even if it was pixel by pixel, thanks to specially prepared electronic eye implant. Another studies in the exoskeleton studies carried out by DARPA, it's aimed to develop a special exoskeleton that will provide a superior muscular and bone system for individuals with heavy walking difficulties, heavy load workers, or soldiers, just like Black Mirror. Neuralink can be considered as another study example in this field. Neuralink project has been launched as project aimed at connecting the human brain to computer interfaces. The ultimate goal of the project, which will be studied to provide body control, especially of 4 paralyzed patients, has been explained as superhuman consequences. In the device developed in this project, there are more than 3,000 electrodes, and these electrodes connected to string thinner than hair can monitor the activity of 1,000 neurons. It is suggested that those who will use this device will have a symbiotic brain with artificial intelligence over time. The key point in this project, Elon Musk launching speech saying those who wear this device will not take over the brains of people at once. This statement can be interpreted as the anxiety about security or hacking existed from that time on. One of the main problems for the human being transformed with genetics and computer technologies is how security system will be held. A chip attached to the brain can be hacked. By establishing a remote connection to a person, it will be possible to control him or her. And this is a big problem considering its consequences. The fact that the technology is integrated in the body can be controlled by means of external intervention is a matter addressed in many areas. It's possible to see reflections of those concerns on arts, as well as scientific research that address concerns. For example, iRobot, written by Asimov, or Transcendence movie, which about communication with the partner support of artificial intelligence, or X-Machine movie about making the artificial intelligence integrated into the robots, or Upgrade movie and artificial intelligence try to hack into human. Security issues can be addressed into 2 types, internally or externally. While the internal originates especially from the integrated artificial intelligence, external ones are human origin. Security issues are critical not only for transhuman, but also for transhuman systems. New technologies come with new security threats. I guess you watched a reflection of the concerns of how brains can be controlled to create a super soldier in Black Mirror, or how a mother controls her child's life in Black Mirror too. Consequently, for system where information and data that can be loaded into the transmissions are stored, for systems that stimulate what individuals can do with the information uploaded to them, in order to ensure the security of the virtual worlds, it is inevitable that the necessary security works should be started immediately. Security measures are also needed to protect the personal data of the transhuman, digital rights, record of health information, and privacy risks. It's possible to use blockchain for these measures. And I finished my presentation. Leave my turn to another panelist, Hakan YILDIRIM, and we will talk about blockchain and security. And I thank you for listening to me. Thank you. And this is our contact addresses. Thank you.
Thank you, Serap. Thank you for your lovely presentation. Serap and I have been focusing on the transhuman for a while, and transhumanist technologists, and we had a book about that, and also we have kind of about establish a laboratory about that, and also Hakan, we have a lot of projects. Now, there is a neuroscience part of the human. So we have to learn what is going on inside us to, get a high level security issues at e-health. Now, Neva ALASAÐ from Anadolu University will talk about and give some information about neuroscience and neuroscience technology. Nevas, can you help the Nevas, because it says it doesn't allow to unmute her computer. Maybe there is an issue there.
You can unmute yourself. Now you are the co-host.
Neva's computer doesn't allow to mute itself. Maybe there's some issues there.
No, she can unmute now. Yes, she unmuted. Neva, welcome. Hello, Neva. Is there any problem? Hello?
Neva is here and she's giving presentation.
But we cannot hear her voice. Maybe problem with the microphone or...
Yeah, you cannot hear her?
Yes.
Okay, hold on. She can continue with my computer.
That's better, yeah.
Sorry about that. I'm trying to see her presentation.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Neva.
Good morning. We can't upload and I continue this
Yes.
situation. Hello, good morning. My name is Neva ALASAÐ. I graduated at Anadolu University, Health Science Institute. Today, I will tell you relationship between neuroscience and neurosecurity. And firstly, I described you what neuroscience is all about. Neuroscience is the branch of the biological science in which the study on the nervous system is done. It's the combination of the anatomy, physiology, developmental biology, psychology, mathematical modeling, so that the fundamental properties of the neurons can understand. There has been noticed a significant increase in the scientific study of the nervous system in the later half of the previous century. And the next, what is neurosecurity? Neurosecurity has been defined as a version of computer science security principles and methods applied to neural engineering, or more fully as the protection of the confidently integrity and availability of neural device from malicious parties with the goal of preserving at the safety of persons' neural mechanisms, neural competition, and free will. It also refers to the application of neuroscience to behavioral information security to better understand and improve user security behaviors. Cybersecurity and in healthcare has become an urgent matter in recent years due to various malicious attacks on hospitals and other parts of the healthcare infrastructure. What is the reason for given that everybody agrees that health is an important value to human beings and that health information is among the most sensitive information? One reason for this problem are the many values relevant for healthcare that are often in conflicting tension with the aim of cybersecurity. To analyze this problem, our contribution aims to answer two questions. Question one, which values are relevant for the ethics of cybersecurity in health? And the second, what is the relation between the values and cybersecurity and the four principles of medical ethics? The analysis we offer relies on involving three classes of concepts: the principle of medical ethics, the strength of ICT in health, and the instrumental role of cybersecurity. Principles of biological ethics include autonomy, beneficence, non-maleficence, and justice. The rate of information and communication technology and ICT involve quality and efficiency of services, privacy, usability, and safety. The role of cybersecurity in healthcare by distinguishing between three types of threats based on target of the attack, threats against information systems, and medical devices. And the last one, what will happen in the future? A matrix-like feature where people can access and manipulate information from others' brain is approaching rapidly. As neural engineering technologies become more and more widespread, there is fiduciary responsibility of experts to educate the population of what is reasonable to do. Collaborative research at the intersection between neuroscience, cybersecurity, bioengineering, criminal law, and neuroethics is urgently required to assess these challenges and protect present and future users of neural device. Stay healthy. Thank you.
Okay. At the near future, we have a technical problem. We are sorry about that. And our last speaker is Hakan. Hakan is very involved in blockchain technologies, and we're gonna learn about how can we use these technologies for the e-health institutions and e-health issues to provide our security. Okay, Hakan.
Hello. Can you see my presentation?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Hello, dear participants. Thank you very much for all you coming here. Thanks a lot for the invitation. My name is Hakan YILDIRIM. First, I'm going to introduce myself briefly, and then we will go to the core subject. So I'm lecturer at Osmangazi University. Also, I'm a member of the Center for Distance Education at the same university. I'm a PhD student at Anadolu University, working under guidance of Gulsun Kurubacak. For my PhD thesis, I'm working on blockchain in open and distance learning. Today, I will talk about blockchain-based smart and secure health services. Actually, we will talk about blockchain technology and its opportunities for healthcare industry. First, I would like to talk about blockchain. Blockchain enable us to send assets directly and safely from one to another without going through any third-party organization such as bank. These assets can be money or land certificates, health profile. It comes from Satoshi Nakamoto's famous white paper entitled Bitcoin, a peer-to-peer electronic cash system. When you look at this paper, you can find all technical details about Bitcoin, proof of work, cryptologic hash, peer-to-peer network, ledger, public key, something like that. All these keywords are related with blockchain and Bitcoin. The blockchain is a trust protocol, which is almost impossible to manipulate. This protocol is the foundation of growing number of global distributed ledgers, which calls nodes. All computers, we can call them nodes. The background of this technology is the background of this technology grounded on the power of cryptology and computers. Is the blockchain secure? We can say yes. Blockchain technology accounts for the issues of security and trust several ways. First, new blocks are always stored linearly and chronologically. That is, there is always added to end of the blockchain. If you take a look at the Bitcoin's blockchain, you can see that each block has a position on the chain, so you cannot change any information on the chain. If you try to do that, you cannot do. You will reject by the network, the other participants. After a block has been added to end of the blockchain, it's very difficult to back and alter the contents of the block. In order to change a single block, then a hacker would need to change every single block after the blockchain. Recalculating all these hashes will take an enormous and improbable amount of computing power, so we can say that it's impossible. In other hands, once a block is added to blockchain, it becomes very difficult to edit and impossible to delete. How can this blockchain how can this technology be decentralized? Transactions made in the Bitcoin are verified by a network and computers. This is what it's meant by the Bitcoin network and blockchain being decentralized. When one person pays another for goods using blockchain, for using Bitcoin, computers on Bitcoin network raise the verified transaction. In order to do this, users run a program on their computers and try to solve a complex mathematical problem called hash. When a computer solves the problem, hashing a block, its algorithmic work will have also verified the block's transaction. The completed transaction is publicly recorded and stored as a block on the blockchain, at which point it becomes unalterable. In this case of Bitcoins, it's most of the other blockchains like Ethereum, Ripple, or something like that. Computers that successfully verify blocks are rewarded for their labor with cryptocurrency. This is commonly referred mining. Blockchain technology applies not only corporations but also public institutions focused on property for all, from government, education, and healthcare to energy grids, transportation systems, and social services. We can create many different use cases for blockchain. Also, we have important use cases for health services. We can say that blockchain technology is rapidly gaining popularity in healthcare industry as one of the most exciting technology developments. In particular, blockchain technology represents numerous opportunities for healthcare industry, such as reduced transaction costs, increased transparency for regulatory reporting, efficient healthcare data management, and healthcare records universally. In the context of smart health, blockchain may provide distinct benefits, particularly from a context-aware perspective where efficient and personalized solutions may be provided to citizens and society in general. Blockchain technology has a potential to improve security in a remote patient monitoring system and automate the delivery of health-related notifications in a manner compatible with HIPAA. You can solve current problems with poorly managed patient data by adding clean and formatted data, which allows healthcare to use big data with more reliable information, leading to more meaningful results. Blockchain is a technology based on public key cryptocurrency hashing mechanism as meant to track historical transactions related to distributed patient records while preserving the data confidentiality, integrity, and availability, ensuring that records are not lost or modified facilities or accessed incorrectly. There's an important obstacle to overcome in order to blockchain to reach its maximum potential and be able to in medical care. The most important problems are technical. We can say the most important problems are technically scalability and data access controls. Some of great advantages that applications of this technology could be provided in healthcare are access to large quality of anonymous health data that could be used in medical personalized development, rationalized of medical insurance cost and health, as well as improving health, public health policies. Along with data availability in healthcare providers, this type of patient participants could generate a new era in medical care. The blockchain technology could help with other aspects of medical care, such as improving the insurance claim or other administrative process with the healthcare networks, and making available to medical researchers population data related health. You can see this picture, see many different blockchain-based healthcare services, many different use cases. Maybe it's difficult to talk about explain each one separately, but we can talk about healthcare data infrastructures. For example, Hyperledger blockchain as a service. It's the infrastructure for it's come from IBM. Personal health records management, for example, data as a service. Some analytics, healthcare analytics, medical devices and IoT security, identity, supply chain example, digital medical and care delivery, advisory, developments, shop, and more. We can talk about many different use cases. Thank you very much for listening to me. If you have any question, you can send me mail@hakan@hakan.com or hakan.com. It's my web page, personal web page. You can ask me. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Hakan. Now we come to our end, and if you would like to ask any question or share some information or have some suggestions, we are really happy to hear that. As you see, if you would like to talk about cybersecurity and e-health systems, you have to focus on 3 issues. First of all, you have to accept we are becoming transhumans. Whether we accept or not, we are becoming. So maybe we will force to become transhumans. Actually, we are transhumans. If you are wearing lenses, we are glasses, using pencils, kind of this is transhuman issues. But what is the weird one is now we cannot wear, we can integrate ourselves the technology. So we can totally change a human DNA, so we can create a different person. So there are several issues, so we have to be very careful. So transhuman is important. If you would like to talk about transhuman, you have to take care more research about neuroscience related cybersecurity issues. And if you would like to connect each person to person and to institutions or institutions to institutions to people, you have to get used to the blockchain technologies. The previous technologies cannot support that kind of security issues. So what we would like to underline about the cybersecurity in at eHealth. Thank you. That's a great question. The government has a system, ePulse, its name, and each person, if you would like to, log in the system, the government collect data about the person, so you can reach anywhere your data, even to go to another doctor or another hospital. The doctor have the record about your previous health papers. So that kind of system we have. And also the system after COVID-19, the government established a dynamic structure for especially elder people, especially by we have a special family doctors. So connected with family doctors via the internet, then call us what is going on. Like I have a mother with Alzheimer. She is living a special home. So like each week, the government called me on the internet and asked about mom, and also called the place the mom is staying. So talk with them. So that kind of we have e-health issues in Turkey. E-health security system. Yeah, the government says the data is secure, and we believe them. Thank you. It is very nice to be with you all.
So there are some questions in the chat box. Shall I read?
In Turkey, you mean?
No, here in the Zoom, participants are giving some questions. Shall I read?
Yes, the system, which system?
In this Zoom only, in our presentation system. So there is a chat box here.
I see. Why not connect the micro in your design?
Below you can see chat.
Maybe we don't think about it. Just, we are sharing what we are doing at especially our projects. So maybe next time. Thank you, though.
I'll read the questions for you here. From Dr. Syed Sahul Amit. He is asking how the EHR system is organized in Turkey and what type of architecture framework is used. How is your proposed system securing the healthcare records in the server?
I just answered it. We have a big, huge e-health system organized by the government. We called it e-pulse. So each person, if you would like to log in the system and get everything about herself or himself in the net. So anywhere, any place, anytime, she or he can reach the data. Also, the doctor can reach the data and use it. And there's ethical, the barriers, government-based issues. So government, it is under protection of our government, they say.
Is the system is centralized or distributed? Why not? You can add the microservice architecture in your design.
We don't think about that before, but we will. I answer it again. And what is the challenge? As you know, Turkey is not as big as the India, but we have a kind of big land. So not everyone has a good internet connection and good technologies. This is the main problem. So we have to, design a system for everyone. It is though, everyone nearly has a, the mobile phone. So our system going to mobile more than the, the laptop. Nearly each people in Turkey have 2 or 3 mobile phones. So the government trying to, to establish mobile phone system. But this is the big issue is the not reaching to each person. So we have a system, fiber system, but if you go to in the mountain areas or the rural areas, sometimes there's a problem, connecting problem.
The other question is, what challenges can developing countries face in trying to implement e-health system?
This is our, I told just now, our problem is not to reach to each person sometimes because of the, the weak signals, internet signals. But how can we solve the problem? Everybody has more than one mobile phone in Turkey. So they are using the carriers, the mobile phone carriers. The government is trying to solve the problem. Otherwise, it can be not easy to reach everyone. Is it now? No, it is not adopt the new technologies because blockchain technologies itself a kind of hard one. We have very solid theoretical background, but if you look at the application apps, not like such as developed right now to use everywhere, but if you look at what we are going on. This internet system will not provide a good background for all of us, and blockchain technologies is the kind of the new world order system. So we will going to switch it. We have problems. How can we solve the problems? We are going to create more applications in blockchain, different areas, e-health, learning, banking, everything. So it, if you look at the COVID-19, before COVID-19, we are barely using some technologies, but now we are using each technology like that. So we will learn. It is not too far. It is very near future. I think the blockchain technologies will integrate everywhere.
So dear participants, if anybody want to speak, you can speak. So you can unmute yourself and you can speak. So you can interact with the panel. Any participant? So we have one more question in the chat box.
It is depends on the negotiation between the two countries, you know, the Turkey and the African countries. It couldn't be hard because we have a kind of experiences and knowledge or pros and cons, you know, about the system. I don't think so. It can be so difficult because my government established that kind of system in 3 months. And continue to develop it, of course. It depends on the negotiation about between Turkey and the countries. More secure, first of all, you have to transform the people, learn about ethic and moral issues. This is the most important. Even you provide the most important technological background for the cybersecurity. If you don't, you know, upgrow your people, moral and ethical issues doesn't work. First of all, you have to transform people. They have to behave moral and ethical and obey the legal issues, obey the others people's rights. And then you have to try the different systems, you know, not to stick just one system, and communicate the other people, communicate the other countries, communicate the other institutions, learn about their systems. And then you have to, you know, you have to develop your risk intelligence. Otherwise, you cannot see what is coming on, you know. So, and you have to also train your staff in e-health system, you know, just not the technologist people, but also the doctors, the other people. They have to learn, use, and produce that kind of systems. It is a kind of, you know, whole. Mm-hmm.
I think that's it from the participants. Oh, one more. They are very interested to ask the questions.
You know, the misuse of the threats, if you have a not secure system, the person or the institute can sell the people's data to others. So they can use this data for provide some medicine like that, to selling them. This is the most important issue. And also, you know, there are some things about me I don't like to everybody knows about me. You know, this is the personal information. Nobody likes to, you know, everybody learn about himself or herself. Two things: selling the data to others institutions or private companies to get more money, and, you know, the using the data against the person. If something is like, if she or he is using drugs or, you know, alcohol addicts, if you sell that kind of data to other ones, the third parties, so you put him or herself in dangers. That's a good question. And yes, stealing, hacking, yes. But, you know, this is the government-based issues, and cannot find enough information about that. But it's happening. You know, you look at the Facebook sell the old data, or Zoom sell the old data to you know, the deep internet, like we are using. So so we cannot be, you know, the how can I say, I call cyber schizophrenic. We cannot become cyber schizophrenic. You know, if you have a good person, if you have a good life, you cannot protect, you cannot hide anything, you know. as it is, be as it is. So government must take care of it. Government must have a solid rules, solid law about that, and other things. The people educate the people about the personal data, moral and ethics underlying that. Otherwise, always they steal and hack the e-health system. If you are the company to produce the e-health health stuff, you would like to sell your stuff to people, so you need the data. Why not? This is the capitalist system. So we have to be careful as a person and as a government. Sorry. Okay. In Turkey, we don't meet that kind of problem at the government-based, the e-pulse system. And now, especially the COVID-19, the Minister of Health has been providing the data for all citizens by using all social media, the numbers, the death tolls, the getting sick ones, getting the the healing ones, and getting the information about the COVID-19, get educated, the kind of stuff they are using very highly and very informative. Okay. I think that's it. Thank you for joining us.
I have a question.
Oh, one more.
I can just say it. I don't know.
The government, the big one, the government put the rules very strictly and get the very, the high fines and, the jail stuff. And also educate the people about, educate the universities about, the policies, regulations, that kind of stuff. And the people are very careful about that, because if I don't like to, steal my data, I don't want to steal the others one. So we try to educate the people. Education is very important. Are they internal organization health like who others regulate conduct e-system? Yes, who is using the social media very effectively? Yes, they are using in Turkey, but if you believe who or not, it is up to you follow them. Yes, the international organizations in the e-health system, especially in Europe, using that kind of e-health systems, but they have to develop their systems. They're not very high level. What are the problems to face when hacking? You lost your data. You know the. You mean in Turkey or on the world? If hacking problems in Turkey, the people going to jail and they have to pay fine, very high level fine. Government, because we have a very, high level e-security system at the police department. So cyber crimes, if they get you, the jail, and we have to pay very high level fine. And especially which institute provide that kind of stuff do that, also they get fine, but it's happened. So it is not the just solution to, the jail and fine, but we have to educate people not to do that. And also improve your system. If that kind of, the leaking in your system, you have to patch or to get more developed. And this is why we are saying the blockchain is the better than the nowadays technologies. It is a kind of hackable, unhackable.
So thank you all for the nice panel discussion. So thank you, Gulsun, Hakan, Serap, and Neva.
Thank you.
So maybe in the near future, we'll have a more elaborate sessions on this. So thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.